Today's going to be a fun project. The lower swamp where we plant the Japanese millet does not have a water control structure. The upper swamp does, however, have a structure, and we're going to try to duplicate that because it seemed to work pretty well last year. See if we can start holding some water because we've got hurricane coming. We've got 3 inches of rain forecasted over the next 3 days. We're going to try to retain a foot of this water in here. Let's get to it. All right, so like I was mentioning earlier, we're using this same U-channel highway road sign post, and we're going to use decking boards this time instead of plywood. This is going to give us some water control abilities to stack those boards higher and more vertical and take boards back off if we need to. So we're using decking boards. They're going to fall into these grooves right here, and the idea is the boards will swell slightly, but the pressure of that water should push up against the back of that rail. Should be in business. Goal for today, get in here pretty much where these metal T-posts are. We're going to build a water control structure and get a foot of water put back in here ahead of this hurricane. So we've got our posts driven. We spaced them a little over 4 feet apart. If you buy an 8-foot board, it's going to be about 8 foot, half an inch. So we spaced them so the back of the U-shaped channel groove is just over 4 feet wide. We've got all our boards cut and dropped into place. We packed mud on the edges of the system just to help keep water from wanting to bypass around the flanks. They sell prefabricated flashboard riser systems you can purchase. AgriDrain in particular sells flashboard risers, but they're mainly designed to be piped through a dam. We don't have the ability to compact and backfill this dam appropriately, so we're just using a very simplified method of the AgriDrain flashboard system to accomplish our goal. For a total of about $40 or $50, we're able to recreate this system and flood this duck swamp. We got it done. I couldn't do much narrating down in there because the wind is getting so strong. It was really loud. So sorry about that. I couldn't do a lot of narrating, but we've got the post in, we got the boards in, we got the footer in, and we packed a lot of mud around the edges and the bottom, just really tight to help keep some of that water from sneaking around it. We've got a hurricane starting tomorrow morning, but once we get this thing flooded, we'll come back in here and take a look at everything. Coming in here 2 days after Hurricane Ian came through, we ended up getting exactly 4 inches of rain, and we really filled this swamp up, as you can see. Water is bypassing around the edges of the structure, but that was to be expected since we didn't concrete it up and really firm up those edges. But we actually don't want to hold the water quite that high anyway. We only wanted to put about a foot of water in this system, maybe up to 18 inches, just to get some water into the millet. Made my way up here to the upper swamp where we have the rice planted, and this water control structure was not closed, so all the water that came into this swamp, for the most part, is draining out. We've got a little bit of standing water in here, but the more impressive thing is we've got a lot of rice. Most of my update videos have been from the other side of the swamp, so on this side, you get a really good look at how plentiful and bountiful the rice crop is. Looking really good coming into October with the early season 3 weeks away.